Okay, this is giving unmotivated. This is giving very much like, damn, I really don't recognize my own potential. Like, damn, do I really deserve that thing? This is giving very much lack. Now, we are experiencing a time where old things are being diminished because they were rooted in something that was not stable, right? So all the inauthentic, plastic, fake, things that have made up our reality that we've become accustomed to today are literally crumbling because they weren't built on a strong foundation or a stable foundation to begin with, right? And as without, so within, we can see and experience a lot when it comes to the cycles of life, how much we have grounded ourselves in, how much trauma responses we have grounded ourselves in, and have basically allowed us to warp our perception in a way that we think that those trauma responses are us. That's just the way that I am. That's just how I am. This is just how I am. It's just because what? Your dad hurt you in the 3rd grade and XYZ. Babes. Your present self, your higher self, might I say, the world around you, presently and moving forward, does not give a fuck about what happened before. Now, if we're living in the perception that I am everything and everything is me, and really understanding how every and anything is interconnected, right? We can experience the awareness that is continuity. I'm hearing like there's some sort of resilience that is being denied because it's like we're not realizing that we're supposed to change. If you're choosing a way of being, because and I don't want to say if, actually, because we do choose the way that we want to be, whether we're conscious of it or not. We're choosing to be that way. Now, if you use that sentence that I said previously of just, that's just the way that I am, that's just how I am, analyze what you're affirming for yourself. In fact, do that with literally everything. Do that with everything that you say. Like, analyze the words that you affirm for yourself. Oh God, I hate my life. Oof, let me collapse that reality because I don't even speak like that. I don't know who was that or who talks in that form, but I collapse that reality for all of us right now in this present moment, because that's not how we speak on these sides, because we understand that our words are spells in themselves, and we deserve an abundant, aligned, and prosperous life. And let me even just, I'm feeling called to go back to aligned. We all deserve to live an aligned life. You attract what you are. And I feel like, there's some disagreements with that statement, because it's like, oh, I can be this vibration, X, Y, Z, and still get tested in certain ways that aren't necessarily aligned with how I am in that present moment. But I think that even in that same breath, what you are in this present moment is a being that needs test, right? That needs a couple of roadblocks in the way in order to feel actually like they're exercising and making some sort of gain. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay, because I'm an individual like that. Like, the way that my peoples have like gotten me to this point where I am today, to be able to still be in front of y'all niggas fucking shoveling these fucking cars, the amount of times that I was just like, all right, bro, you know what I'm saying, I could just focus on my music and my business, that I don't have to, you know what I mean, be a truth teller in this form. But the way that I was always brought back around to this was always through the hurdles and the roadblocks and the corridors of just like random corners that I had to turn down and have resilience through to be able to see clearly enough, clear up the fog within my third eye enough to see that this is something of value. This is something that actually brings me a lot of fucking peace and wholeness within myself, let alone how much peace and wholeness I'm even expressing to y'all. You know what I mean? Because I'm just grateful to be a vessel of this truth. You know what I mean? And I didn't need no credentials. I didn't need to go to no fucking school and get no degree to get none of this, what was already within me, that already lied dormant within me, just by me meditating with myself, doing my shadow work, and unlocking the DNA. I was able to unlock the DNA that I needed to be able to have the awareness and show up in this form. That came with acceptance of self, intentionality with self. You know what I mean? And there's so many different stages of life for us to be judging ourselves based on where we are presently or where we were before. Because that's the only reason we hold so much shame and guilt in the present moment, is because we cannot let go of the fact that that shit happened back there. Like, yeah, that was you. That was you. You gotta eat that. You gotta accept yourself. Accept that version of yourself. Stop denying that version of yourself, shaming that version of yourself, and making that version of yourself feel like they weren't righteous in the actions that they were doing in that present moment. Because nobody's saying that, you know what I mean, you didn't fuck up and you didn't make mistakes and you weren't perceiving that said situation in probably a lower form through a lack mindset. Nobody's saying you didn't, you know, nobody's saying we didn't act in a lower form in the past, because obviously we did. That's how we got here, because we needed to grow, right? But that little perception right there of just like not realizing that you needed to go through that said thing in order to get to where you are right now, and if that specific detail was somehow shifted in some sort of way, you wouldn't have been able to get to where you are presently. Something would have been different in your reality, right? There's value in everything. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is here for a reason. Nothing is by mistake. Mother Nature is intelligently designed, and that's exactly how she's designed every single extension of her. Everything has some sort of purpose. Everything is intricate and has specificities in order for it to operate in the way that it's supposed to operate. Now, I can either perceive a chair as this, or I can perceive a chair as that. But at the end of the day, the makeup of said object is still going to be a chair. Take that and look at yourself. You can look at yourself as if you're the most worst person in the world, or you can have an ego that is through the roof and think that you're the most shittiest shit out of all the shits in the world. But those are just perceptions. How much time do you actually get to sit with yourself without judging yourself, without putting a lens on who you are? Whether that's good, bad, up, down, whatever the fuck you want to perceive yourself as, you are you. And you show up in the ways that you show up. Now, once we do enough shadow work, we're able to release the trauma responses and the ways of being that we have become comfortable in. We're able to see the system for what it is and see how much conditioning that we all have to clean the fuck out of our closets. We can continue to unlock our true selves. We can continue to feel the layers of muck and conditioning peel off of us, just flow away, as we allow our true selves to shine. Don't deny yourself. Don't deny yourself of this beautiful awareness. Listen to this message again if you need to. You're loved, girly. And if you one of the masculines, you're a girly too. Theys, thems, all of that, you're a girly. And I love you. I love you so very much. Period.